just wanted to get on here because I can speak on this from a personal, like real personal situation. My son was murdered 6 years ago. And ultimately, at first, it was deemed to be stand your ground because of the fact that he was the only witness. It was 5 people involved. He was the only person, the only victim. He the only one that died. So it was their story against his. He wasn't here to tell his story. On the basis of them talking about the TPO, oh, you can't get a TPO and she's never seen her before. I have a TPO on 2 of those people and I've never met them a day in life. They kept sending me messages, kept making comments on social media, and put my name, when I see her, what I'm gonna do, on and on and on. So, but ignorance is bliss. Some of the stuff that these people are saying is like, I cannot believe that they think that Holly, and I'm speaking from a parent who has a child that was murdered. But I am a mother that will tell you.
Sorry to hear about your child.
If any time I thought that my child went to that where he was at and he was going to cause somebody else some harm, and they had, just like that parent, I didn't want to get that call. That parent didn't want to get that call. Just like if Romeca had bully mentality, let's call it what it is. She had bully mentality and Holly became the bully slayer. It is what it is. So you cannot continue to think that as a mother, and all of these people that's so-called speaking up for Romeca and her family, the best thing her mom could do is tell all them people she don't need them. They're a bunch of, I call them camera chasers. They're only talking because they want to be in the camera. They could care less about Romeca and what's going on with Romeca outside of them getting the spotlight that they want. The worst thing that they can do is doing what they're doing. I can tell you by sitting in court, it's going to be some things that is going to come out that Romeca mama is going to be able to she's not going to know what to say. Just being honest. It's going to be some things. They're going to go back to Romeca when Romeca got in trouble in kindergarten. Trust me, when I tell you, they're going to build. But what I wanted to talk about is the grand jury. It is a reason why they have not convened the grand jury. The reason why these people have not convened the grand jury is because the lack of evidence. If they go before a grand jury and these witnesses and this evidence that they have now go before this grand jury, they are going to deem this a self-defense case. Trust me, I am telling y'all. I'm not telling you from nothing I heard. I'm telling you what I know. It is a reason why they did a preliminary hearing and not a grand jury convening. Trust me, they do not want it to go. Trust me, they don't want a grand jury convene. That's why they went before this one-man army and that stuff that he did. No, the judge that you see at the time of a preliminary hearing does not see evidence. It's biased. He can't see the evidence. It is biased for him to see all the evidence. No, he did not. I know this. I just went to a preliminary hearing 2 weeks ago for my son's murder. No, they do not. Trust what I'm telling you. They do not see it. So all of this, and that is why a grand jury has not been convened. If they convene a grand jury tomorrow, Holly come home tomorrow. I promise you that. And I'm speaking from a mother who lost a child, but I am a mother that will tell you, if I thought for 1 second that my son went there to cause harm to somebody, baby, you had to do what you had to do. Would I be hurt? Yes, I'd be hurt then. I'm gonna be hurt now. However, just like that mother did not want to get that, Romeca mama didn't want to get that call, neither did Holly mama. Let's be fair. Let's call an ace and a spade a spade. Let's be fair. Let's call it what it is. What it is Holly had to do what Holly had to do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have a TPO on 2 people, and I can promise you, if they walking towards me, already told me what you're going to do to me. I was told by the state attorney and the detective, do not leave a witness. Do what you got to do, and we'll handle it from there. I can promise you, when they come out, if one of them walk up towards me, when they come out, they're going to be coming out with a crime scene van. And I promise you that. And I'll fight you in court. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because it's going to be you before me because you already proved to me you will take one of mine. I'm not going to allow you to take me.
Yeah.
Right.
People want you to put their life before yours. That's crazy. I'm going to put your life before mine. I'm going to assume that all you're going to do is fight me and that's it. But why do I have to? You see what I'm saying? I don't
see
know
how
what
this
people
case
think.
is personal for me because my son was murdered during a custody exchange. He was murdered by the boyfriend. The baby mama was there. My son was murdered in front of his 3-year-old son. It's personal for me. Yes, this is personal for me, but I'm still a realistic person. If my son would have done something, I promise you, I'm the first one. I'm all about accountability. I raised my kids on accountability. I am big on accountability. You can only responsible for you.
Yeah.
Romeca was only responsible for Romeca. They cannot sit here and keep blaming, Carlos. Carlos had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Holly had nothing to do with that. Romeca is only responsible for Romeca and her child. That is where her responsibility lies. And at that moment, at that time, she was not thinking about that. Let's be real. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered if they had just slept together 5 minutes before.
That has nothing to do with it.
That has nothing to do with
what they did.
Bringing that up.
To do with it.
Yeah, because they want to try to make it seem like it was a love triangle, and that Romeca and Holly knew that Carlos and Romeca were together, and so Holly murdered her on purpose because to get Romeca out of the way. That's what they're trying to make it seem like. But none of that, none of that matters, because it's the prosecution's job to prove it. They don't have to disprove it. It's their job. It's the prosecution's job to prove it, not the defense's job to prove their innocence. That's what people don't understand. That's what people don't understand. The prosecution has to prove, if that's the theory they want to go with, it was a setup. They got to prove that it was a setup.
Right.
Where's the documentation? Where is your proof that that was a setup?
And where's the proof that Holly? Where's the proof that Holly ever threatened Romeca? Ever?
Right.
Ever.
Ever. Yep.
Where's the proof
like they
that
were
she
saying,
ever made a threat to one of her family members, her child, her mama, her grandmother? Where are the threats that Holly threatened Romeca?
Yep. Exactly. And that's what and then people always want to speculate all of this stuff. Well, this is what they were doing. You don't know what people were thinking. You weren't there unless you have some pictures or something to prove. It's nothing that you can say, and it doesn't matter anyway. It has nothing to do with a choice that you made at that particular time.
Right.
People have to like y'all keep saying, accountability. They have to understand when we do things, it has repercussions.
Right.
Every action is going to have a reaction.
Right. And that's why the lady said it don't need one. It may not need one, but it's coming. It's one coming. What about you, Lola? Let's see what Lola have to say. She's up here as well. Hey, Lola.
Hey, y'all. I was so happy when you dropped that StreamYard link, because but the first caller, she really said a lot of the things that I have to say. Everybody's talking about what Holly could have did, but Holly is the one person out of everyone that tried to prevent this entire situation.
Exactly.
Everyone keeps saying she wasn't scared. If you were so scared, do this. But if she wouldn't have went to the police and had a TPO, they would be saying, if you were so scared, then why didn't you go to the police?
Exactly.
Just keep it real. Everybody talk about the I would never video. What happened in that video? She basically just told her, if I was you, it couldn't have been me, basically. In the streets, that's like, oh, she treated her. Your feelings was hurt, so you wanted to fight and be a bully, but you underestimated her that day. That's all it is. Everybody, I don't even understand why people keep lying so much about this case. Everybody know from when you a child, what happens to the big bad wolves? They eventually get blown down.
Yeah.
Like you cannot act like you ain't never heard this when you was a child about what happened to bullies.
Yeah.
Everybody know what happened to bullies. I am so tired of everybody acting like they don't have no freaking common sense when it comes to this case. Y'all saying that a TPO don't mean nothing. Yeah, y'all want to play those games. People play them games in the street all the time. People, when you ain't getting evicted, what they be? Oh, you ain't gonna serve me. I'm gonna be avoiding you. But guess what? The judge still grant that order. So
Yeah.
if you all think that the state of Illinois is gonna set a precedent where a judge can sign off on something and it's not valid because you gonna say you gonna keep avoiding them, y'all are crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even agree with what was said about they chose first degree murder because they want her to plead. I honestly believe that they chose first degree murder because they want to make a mockery out of these idiots. They keep writing them saying that it was first degree murder. So they're like, okay, go ahead, charge her with first degree murder. That's what I honestly believe, because first degree murder is right now, let me drive to your house and kill you. How the heck would first degree murder be if you walk up on me and I shoot you?
And I'm in reasonable fear of my life because I have a active restraining order that said that you're not supposed to be around me or my son. So you didn't even just walk up on me. You walked up on my son too, because my son is sitting in the car right behind me. You walked up on the two people that's protected. Yeah. And you already been threatened that you're gonna say I me more than once.
Yeah. Thank you. Everybody keeps saying she just dropped her son off. But what about this mother that got her baby with her? She don't matter to y'all.
Yeah. No, she doesn't. Not to them.
I also want to touch on how idiotic, honestly, this just infuriates me because it makes me see how ignorant we are as a collective of Black people.
Yes.
First of all, the media has been playing with Black people feelings forever.
Pass the church plate, y'all.
Okay, hold on, y'all. So Tia Ewing say, it was an unserved order of protection. But you all need to notice that she's not saying it was inactive, it didn't exist.
Right.
She's saying unserved because she knows she was ducking and dodging them. The media will always play on your feelings with words. Why is she mentioning it? Because it's relevant.
Why didn't she say about the publication? Why didn't she say that Romeca was absolutely in court? Why didn't she say that on July the 14th, the judge deemed Holly in reasonable fear of her safety? Why didn't she say any of that? Because if she did her homework like I did, she would know these things. She would know these things.
Believe me, she know it. It's a tactic of the media. They always play on words. That's why she's saying unserved to mean that, Romeca was ducking and dodging and they never handed her the paper. But she knew it was active. She can't stay inactive on the media because that would be a total lie. But yeah, you could say it was unserved. Go ahead and say that. That's fine. But it was active.
If you go back,
enforceable too.
If you go back to the court transcripts of that day, Holly's lawyer read off in a text message from Romeca to Carlos, "Why would you let her put a restraining order on me?"
Sure did.
Exactly, but she could say it was unserved. Like, pay attention to how they trick people that have no common sense, who do
That's
not
exactly what I was about to say. It's a certain audience that they focus on. They focus on certain audience. She know that, like, for someone like me, she know that her words can't move me, but it could definitely move people that are not. You know what I'm saying? They lack common sense and their intellects are not intact.
Well, you know what they say about Black people? They said if you ever want them to do anything, just put it in writing. They don't read and they don't comprehend. And Black people trauma bond. We trauma bond. And that is the worst thing that you can do in a time of grief is trauma bond. I tell anybody, I don't trauma bond. I'm not trauma bonding. The worst thing, and what they're doing is they're playing on the family's grief, and they don't care about these people. I would never use any advocate for my son case. I don't care how many of them came to me. Don't nobody love my son like me. I'll fight for my own child. I don't need you to fight for my child. That is my child, and y'all don't care because when I'm in the room and can't sleep at night, y'all sleep because y'all really don't care. They don't care about Romeca or her mom or her baby. These people are chasing the camera. They are chasing the lights. That is all that it is. They do not care, and they don't read to comprehend. They can probably read, but the comprehension is not there, because I cannot believe the things that they're saying. I can't believe, like, it just takes to read. Don't even just wait for more to say it. Don't wait for whoever that other person to say it. Go and read, to study. Study to show thyself approved. That is the Bible. The Bible says that the lack of knowledge will be the reason that we perish. That is why the Black community are the way we are. We don't listen. We don't. It is crazy.
And always playing victim.
There's still people saying that, oh, well, she was arrested for first-degree murder, but we've been the race for the longest. That
they overcharge.
There are so many unjust arrests. So how can you say that and in the same breath say, oh, well, this was justified? I know that they're right because they arrested her for first-degree murder. It's like, girl, what are you talking about? Gucci Mane was arrested for murder and he proved that it was self-defense. What are you, like? What are y'all
It's a lot of people.
About?
And then what about the young lady
that have proved that it was self-defense? And when you go to court for the very first time, all they are doing is just reading what your charge is, and then everyone is saying, "Oh, but she doesn't have a bond." This is a state that does not give a bond. Like, do you all not understand that? No, and the sad part about it is that she's so guilty.
But Amora has said, or she even read all of that on one of her lives. So even to find out what the rules of the state are and to still not understand what is happening is crazy as hell to me. I started thinking,
they don't want to know.
It's crazy.
They don't want to know. They want to go with the logic that they have. First of all, they went with the news, because if you would have went by the news, you would have thought that Holly and Carlos was and they still talking about the school when no, that has already been put out. That just never happened. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. We are controversial people.
She shouldn't have been around there if she know that she take her son to school. What type of life is that for somebody to live where I gotta be so scared to go to my child's father's house that I can't even be on the corner of his house because you drop your baby off it? Do they not see that is not normal?
Yeah, it's normal for them. It's normal for them because that's how they are living. So they can't fathom that people like us don't live like that. Like, we live in healthy environments, and even if we did used to live in unhealthy environments, we have grown and we know at this big age that that's not normal.
That's learned behavior. It's learned behavior.
And they just keep on doing it. Their kids did it. Their grandkids doing it. They did it. Their mothers did it. And it just continues. That's why they were saying, oh, that's what black people do in Chicago. I'm sitting up here like, what? But we the crazy ones.
In Chicago, and that is not what we do.
We're the crazy ones for not understanding. We're the crazy ones for thinking that there's something wrong with it. Because we don't, that's not how we live.
This is what we do, but then get mad when we are the ones that are number one incarcerated. How can you? So now, do you see the connection between you all saying this is what we do and the mass incarcerations that you all complain about too? Like, make it make sense.
And then I'm telling you honestly, a lot of them are living my baby was Ray was a good boy. JoJo was a good boy. He ain't bother nobody. But this is
JoJo kept that fire on him.
It's crazy. It's a sad. I just feel like it's sad all the way around. It's another broken home. Another lost life in our black community. Somebody else, is in jail. It's, another child without their mother. Just this continuous generational cycle. And I just want people to finally realize that, we gotta change, because if we don't change, this stuff is just going to keep on happening. It's like the whole, just from the cheating, to the oh, that's my baby fault. We having babies by people we don't know. We got 4 and 5 baby daddies. They not taking care of the kids. It's just all a part of our destruction as a culture. But we're the crazy ones. We're the crazy ones. Like, I don't get it. And that's why I told Amora, save your breath, honey. You might need that breath one day. And you done wasted it on these people that ain't never gonna change. It's like you talking, like I said, to that tree. You got a better chance of that tree growing than you got of these people understanding what you saying. Because they don't want to understand.
Yeah,
you're right.
I saw a video of the superintendent. Someone had it on their YouTube. They were talking about this case. But anyway, the superintendent of Chicago has spoken, said, if you pull up and you block in law enforcement officers, that is considered an ambush. So I was like, I mean, people, if he's saying that for law enforcement officers, then that can apply to anyone in the city. Like, why do you all think that city officials and state representatives will side with some old baby daddy, baby mama stuff against the law? It's just so ignorant to think that way. Like, it's just so ignorant.
Oh, my bad.
I don't even know what else to say. It's just ignorant, and I don't even know what else to say. Y'all done said everything.
But it's good and it needs to be said.
And what is sad is that it's so crazy, because instead of people trying to figure out how do we begin to not avoid this again, everybody's arguing back and forth. There's no reason to argue back and forth. Nobody wins in this situation. Who is a winner? There's no winners. There is no winners. Like,
absolutely. Say that again, because at the end of the day,
at the end of the day, that is what's so sad about this. And then this is what hurts me the most. It's a bunch of black women that's older than 40 that's arguing back and forth, instead of saying, let me pull some of these, because maybe it's somebody else next. Let me pull somebody else. Let me pull the next set of girls that's arguing about a baby daddy, because baby daddies, these men gonna do just what they do. You can't just go around, you don't own this man because you have a baby from him. We know that happens. You don't own him because you was the first baby mama. That's just ignorance. That is ignorance, and that's learned behavior. They doing that because that's what they see their mama do. That's what they see their auntie do. Nobody corrected it. That's where the generational curses and the strongholds come in. If nobody is teaching you, the next generation learns that, because that's what the generation knows. Somebody got to be able to break that curse. Instead of sitting here upholding, I hate to hear people say, well, that's just how they is. No, get on some help. Maybe she should have got some therapy and some anger management when she was 10 years old, when she was 13 years old. Because if this was behavior you seen, this didn't just start when you became an adult. This is learned behavior. This was learned behavior. It's sickening to me how many of us are arguing back and forth instead of trying to find something to say, what can we do? Like, we gotta break this. And then we worry about what the news, we worry about what people say about us. We giving them. We're writing this chapter. When are we going to finish this chapter and go to the next one? We are continuing to reread the same chapter. They say the sign of doing something over and over and ain't nothing changed is psychotic. We're a bunch of psychotic people. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe some of the stuff I'm seeing in this chat. And I'm like, and I can speak from a child that was murdered. And I'm still not I'm for what's right. Right don't wrong nobody. I am for what's right. And y'all cannot say that Holly, she should have just jumped in the car and left. What? Come on, let's be rational. When you when something is happening like that ain't my first thing. Why is my responsibility? Because the law says you have to leave from me. I don't have to leave from you. I did what I had to do, and they want to sit here and say, well, baby, they won't like me because I got a piece of paper on everybody that was involved with my son. And I promise you I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You can't not like me, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Because you have proven to me that you're going to take a life. My son, I have to go visit him at the burial site. So I know that you will take a life. So baby, you're not going to take me from my other 3 kids. So it's going to be you before me. And that's sad, but that's just the way we have to do it.
But it's our responsibility to save our life. We got to save our own life. We can't save somebody else's life before we save our own. Like I don't get it. That's just like these people that commit suicide by cop. You go out here, pull a gun out on a police officer, and you mad that the police officer shot you, but you pulled the gun. No, you was trying to commit suicide by cop, because there's no way. So if you go to attack someone and you don't know whether that person might have a gun on them, and you know that you're in a carry whatever state or whatever, then you are putting your life in your own hands to think that person is not going to defend themselves. I don't get it. I keep telling y'all we wasting our breath. We can talk till the sun come up. They're not gonna get it, because they didn't go to the doctors and get that lead test when they were giving out all them checks. I'm telling you, they missed it.
And then I made a statement and I said
these people got lead poison. I ain't never heard nobody else say that, but I be saying that.
It gotta be, because I'm telling you, they was eating them chips. They was sitting in they was one of them kids. The parents was probably drunk or something. God forgive me. The parents was probably drunk or something. The little kids was eating lead chips in the hallway.
Eating the paint chips off of the...
listen, got to be, because the thought process
to say
is
that
crazy.
They moved her body. It's like, you don't think that the police could see a trail of blood from when someone moved a body? I mean, they just saying the
craziest stuff. Yeah,
it's
The
so
fact-
crazy.
anything.
The fact that they said the word battering means she was battering her with her words, when it clearly said in the statement it went from an argument to battering.
A battering, right?
Battering means
The
a
fact
battery.
that they think you can just pull up on somebody that has a TPO against you because you see your baby daddy. What's up? And then if I see my baby daddy, I'm not gonna park and be like, hey, let me talk to you. I'm just gonna jump out in the middle of the street. That's not crazy to y'all. Come on now.
Yeah. I don't have to park. I could just jump out in the middle of the street and I'm good.
Holler at you like, no.
Most normal people would be like, hold on, let me go find a park right quick. I'll be back.
Act like she was just pulling up like, hey, Holly, girl, let me see that cute little baby. I know he look like Lowe's. Get the hell out of here.
Oh goodness, it's sad. It is so sad. But
I ain't common no more.
And the other thing is that if I think it's weird for people to think that just because they're talking again or whatever meant that they had gotten back together or they were still messing around or what. Like, we can't have positive relationships without it being anything else involved. Is it me? Or is that the thought process too? I'm just a little bit confused. I don't know.
The fact that they thought process is saying that Los was obsessed, and Holly and Los is apparently obsessed with Romeca, but she pulling up on them. Then you could clearly see in the video who he's with when she pull up on him when he in the alley, and she telling him that Holly is slut, and he saying that girl ain't slept with nobody. Like, what? And he tell her, you going to jail. To them, that mean her baby daddy is obsessed with her. If I pull up on any man and he tell me I'm finna go to jail, I'm like, oh, this man don't want nothing to do with me. But to them, they think that, girl, that mean he love you. He think he gonna put you in jail. Oh, girl, he really wanna be with you. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, you could clearly see who he was messing with. And it wasn't Romeca. Like, dang, just get that through your head. He was not stalking Romeca, okay? And you understand it. Lord have mercy. I mean, they really kill me with that. Like, he wanted her so bad. He wanted her. Prove it.
She wanted her, but she pulled up. Okay.
He recording you saying, girl, you finna go to jail. And to them, that mean he love you. I show you how twisted these women are. It's so sick to me.
Yeah.
He said, you gonna go to jail. Girl, if I pull up on anybody and they say I'm going to jail, baby, I know he don't want me. He want me in Cook County, baby. He don't want me at all.
But did you hear the girl that said that he looked out his window and saw her drop Carlos off and was like,
yes,
oh yeah, now
yes.
That was like the girl that was on your panel that said that he flagged Romeca down. Baby, you ain't finna flag me down, and your other baby mama got an order of protection. You finna flag me down and make me go to jail? Oh no, baby, I'm finna go to work and get my coin. Ain't no way. She said that the baby daddy flagged her down and made her stop.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, okay, let me go.
Then
they started they started saying Amora is this horrible person because she was questioning that girl's sanity. Because you listen to what you were saying.
I'm so glad you said that because yes, she was. Yeah, no, like he jumped
out. The woman that was in the kitchen. Are you talking about the woman that was in the kitchen cooking or something?
No, girl. She said she was a nurse at work, baby, and she said
that Carlos jumped out in front of the car to stop her.
To flag Romeca down.
Yes, and I was blown away
from.
She pulled it out her ass. But got mad when I said something to her, like, are you serious right now? Like, are you real? Are you serious? Like, do you really you think that? Because what she tried to say was Romeca didn't pull up on them. Romeca didn't pull up on them. Romeca didn't pull. I said, how'd she get there then? How did she get there? Well, he jumped down in front of the car and flagged her down. Like, okay,
what?
I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
That's what she said. She said Romeca pulled up to have a conversation, didn't even see Holly. So said, well, Holly is invisible then.
He jumped out the car and flagged her down.
Her, the people that come up here, she attacking people intelligent, she calling people dumb. But damn, I mean, if you gonna say that Holly is invisible when he flagged her down, I mean, that's crazy. Because, I mean, you just stopped in the middle of the street to talk to me. Like, I mean, that would be insane. Like, damn, like, you're not going to park your car. You just going to jump out and just, hey, let me holler at you real quick. Like, damn, you don't give a damn about other people that got to drive down 22nd Street right now or nothing. What the hell we got to talk about that's so important?
Oh, my goodness, that is hilarious. No, but I don't agree with calling people dumb and stupid and everything, but it's some dumb and stupid things being said. So I don't know what else to say.
So when it's said, when the dumb and stupid things being said, what are you supposed to call it?
Oh, it's dumb and stupid.
Okay, so
I
you
understand.
don't agree with it. You don't agree with it. So when you hear it and it sounds dumb and stupid, you don't want to call a spade a spade. You gonna say
no. But that's what I'm saying. I understand. That's not something that I want to say. But sometimes you just gotta call a spade a spade. And some of this.
You see what Strawberry Shortcake said. The village is retarded. The village is retarded.
Lord have mercy. It's sad. That's all I know. And then sad.
They say she didn't even stop to see Holly. She stopped to see Carlos, and Holly just butted herself in the business. Oh, you really think she stopped to see Carlos? You really, really think she stopped to see Carlos? Well, how the hell did she end up having an argument with Holly? How did she swing on Holly then? Oh, she didn't swing on Holly. Holly wasn't swung on. Okay, y'all gonna find out.
Girl, next they gonna be saying that she stopped because her tire was flat. She was trying to get some help from her baby daddy, and Holly said don't help her.
Lola, Lele, she ran out of gas. That's what they gonna say.
She ran out of gas, girl, right there. And
but that wasn't
Carlos had ran to the gas station to get the gas, and then Holly had grabbed the gas from him when he got back. Like, come on. Like, y'all know she pulled up to do what she said she was gonna do.
Right, because that wasn't even her normal route. Usually she makes the right there on State Street and drives straight down.
Right, because 35th Street is like literally to 8 minutes away. It ain't even 10 minutes. But they gonna say she was going to get on the expressway. It's gonna
Why
take
would
you
you
5
go?
minutes to get on that E-way going that way. Like, who would do that?
Right,
Like,
you would
come
be
on
going
now,
away
y'all.
from
Be
your job.
real.
You, if she busts that U-turn to get on the E-way, you would be going away from your job to go back towards your job instead of just going straight, making the right on State Street and driving straight up.
But she wanted to take the scenic route that morning, y'all. She wanted to take the long
because
way.
she
Even
knew
though
she
they say she was running late, she wanted to take the long way.
it was premeditated. She knew she was going to jail. She had plans on going to jail that day. They ain't posting out another day where she wrote that little boy a note for lunch or breakfast or whatever in his lunchbox. She had plans on going to jail that day.
Now, you know what? It's like I partially agree with that. Because I think that she was gonna beat her up and then play that game that a lot of people play. Like, I didn't never get technically, I didn't get a serve. Oh, I didn't know I had an order of protection against me when she went to jail. And they were gonna be like, yeah, well, you did. Okay, that's why you're here. I think that she was gonna play that game because she had been avoiding the sheriff, even though it was still active. Please do not misconstrue my words.
But
It was
ignorance
still
of
an
the law
active
is no
CPO.
excuse.
But I think she was gonna play that game and say, "Oh, I didn't know," after she beat up that girl.
But guess what? It wouldn't even fly because in court, in the transcript with the non-stalking order, the judge said, have you been notified? See, when it's in civil court and it's not in criminal court, she didn't have to be served with it. See, that's the kicker right there. Once that judge asked her, have you been notified and have you been served, once you can prove that, it doesn't need to be served again for it to be active.
Exactly.
And that is to be true. Two of the people that I had it, they put on Facebook, oh, she trying to serve me. I ain't gonna never sign for it. I took it back to court. Judge was just, it's granted. It doesn't matter. It's a way to do it.
The law. They think
that's
they
what I'm saying.
Outsmart the law. No, baby, they got something for you. The same way these people thinking about writing a state's attorney, they gonna outsmart the law and they gonna look at what they saying. The state's attorney like, I got something for you. You say it's first degree murder. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Write that down, y'all. Okay, write that down. First degree murder.
And
I'm telling you, they overcharged on this case. They overcharged.
They did, and Judge Weaver
overcharged.
Judge Weaver is the one that gave that he pushed it through. You know why? He was a very smart judge. He asked Romeca in the court, it's in the transcript, and Holly, he let Holly know, if you didn't come back, it's going to be dismissed. And he told Romeca, if you didn't appear, it's going to be in default. But he also told Romeca, as she was yapping in the courtroom, that this is not helping your case. You steady talking, but it's not helping your case because it was showing character. So if you read the transcript, he tell her that this is not help. You keep talking, cutting me off. I'm talking to Miss Johnson, and you still talking. This is not helping. This is not making you look good. And this is why.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say this is why he didn't wait and do it August and thing. He pushed it up. That judge knew exactly what he was doing.
Exactly. And if they think that another judge is going to go behind that and say that it was invalid, they're completely idiotic.
And then they also said that it was thrown out. It was never given to Holly when she first did it in December of 2024. But the judge also stated that in the transcript. It took a while for us to, sometimes it takes a while to make service. He was well aware of everything that was going on.
He's
well aware.
Exactly. It's the same thing with the squatters that come into your house and they stop paying rent and they think they're not going to get evicted because they don't get served. They be trying to avoid them. They going out at 3:00 in the morning to go to the grocery store. Like, who does that? Like, we know, like the judge, the court know what you're doing. You think you're smart, but they going to outsmart you every time.
And also,
you think because you don't show up in court for an eviction hearing that they're not going to evict you, they're going to still evict you.
Absolutely. And in the transcript as well, Romeca stated that she was at the courthouse to do a petition on Holly. Where's that petition at?
Exactly. She never did it. Just like she told the judge she was coming back with her attorney and she didn't. She sat there in court and lied.
But all she had to do was go to court
shit up.
In July. If she would have went to court in July 14th, that was for her to obtain a lawyer or some legal counsel and come to court. The hearing wasn't going to be that day. The judge told Holly she didn't need to bring the evidence on July 14th because that was just to set another hearing date with Romeca's lawyer or counsel or whatever the case may be. But he also warned her that if she did not show up, that he would grant it by default. There would be a hearing. He would hear the evidence that was already given to him and make a ruling. And he did. He wasn't playing with her.
I'm gonna put this up where it says, hold on, where it says on here. I'm gonna show this. Let me be careful. Okay. So I'm gonna show where it says on here, he asked her a question. Okay. On here, the judge asked her, so he said, the court, and Ms. Blackman, you have been served or been notified that Ms. Johnson filed a petition for stalking no contact order against you, question mark. Hold on, let me move this out the way so they can see it. Let me make it a little bigger.
Right, for the people.
They still gonna act like they don't see it.
I don't give a damn. Like you said, I'm gonna stop responding to them because it make my IQ go down. Okay, so the court said, and Ms. Blackman, because her name is not Meeks. Hold on, shit. And Ms. Blackman, number 22. You have been served or been notified that Ms. Johnson filed a petition for stalking, no contact order against you, question mark. Question mark is he's asking her a question. The respondent, which is Romeca, yes, I was notified when I tried to actually go put one on her because she knows where I live and knows where I work. And I've never seen her again in my life. So we share the same child's father. So this is where her energy is coming from. The court, which is the judge. Okay, let's not do speeches right now, okay? Let's get through what we're doing right now. Okay? So Mrs. Johnson, now he's talking to Holly. Do you plan to continue to represent yourself in this manner? Holly, yes. The judge, okay, Mrs. Blackman, talking to Romeca. Do you plan to represent yourself in this matter? Or do you need, he didn't even finish. Do you need ... Romeca says, most likely not. I will probably seek legal counsel. The judge says, so what I will do is give you a short date to try to find legal counsel. And then we will move forward once counsel appears to set things for a hearing. Okay, so does Wednesday, July 9th at 1:30 work for the parties? Mrs. Johnson, Romeca says, no, it doesn't work for me. I'm in nursing school. I'm also working mostly 16-hour shifts. So no, that doesn't work for me. I don't get a break from nursing school until August, honestly, because I take night classes. The judge, okay, so we're going to have to set a date. What date in July works for you? Because you're either going to have to take off a date because we're not going to set this out until August. Romeca says, we can probably do like after the holidays, maybe July the 14th or the 21st. So he allowed her to set her own date, right?
Sure did.
The judge says, all right, how about July the 14th at 1:30? That works for you, ma'am? Romeca said, yes. The judge says, all right, Mrs. Johnson, talking to Holly, does July the 14th work for you, ma'am? Holly says, yes. The judge says, so July 14th at 1:30 for the respondent for attorney. So Mrs. Johnson, if you fail to appear, the court will dismiss your order. Mrs. Blackman, if you fail to appear, you could have a default order against you, which would entitle Mrs. Johnson to a 2-year order against you, okay? Romeca said, okay. Holly says, do I have to appear in person or over Zoom? Romeca said, because I don't want to be around her. I don't trust her. The judge says, hold on. Both parties can appear by Zoom on the 14th, okay? Romeca says, thank you, perfect. Holly says, and should I bring evidence still? The judge says, not on the 14th. So what's happening right now is Mrs. Blackman wants to seek legal advice for an attorney. So on the 14th, hopefully Mrs. Blackman, I think that's supposed to say, will appear with her attorney. And that day, then I will set it for a hearing after the 14th. So the 14th wasn't even supposed to be the date that she got the order. It was supposed to be another date set after that. However, it says, and at that date when I would set it for a hearing after the 14th. And when we set it for the hearing, that's when you bring your evidence, Mrs. Johnson. Holly says, as far as witnesses, if they can't appear, I'm sorry, the respondent is Romeca. As far as witnesses, if they can't appear, can they write a statement if they can't appear? The court says, Mrs. Blackman, hold on one second. I will give you an opportunity to ask questions because she just butting in, right? Then he goes back to Holly and says, Mrs. Johnson, do you have any other questions? Holly says, yeah, I also want to know my child was posted. She posted my child maliciously on TikTok. I don't post my son on social media. Romeca said, yes, you do. And then it looks like they start talking over each other. The court said, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stops. The judge had to yell stop 7 times in court. Stop. Okay? 7 times. Then the judge said, Mrs. Blackman, you're not doing anything to help your case of why Mrs. Johnson needs an order against you.
Come on now.
Okay? One at a time. Then he goes back to Holly and says, Mrs. Johnson, if you feel concerned about your child's safety, you can call the police department. Okay? I can't help you because it's a petition only at this time. Any other questions, Miss Johnson? Holly says, no, I'm asking about how do I go about pressing charges for my son being posted on social media. The judge says I would contact the police department or contact the assistant state attorney's office, okay? Holly says, okay. The court said, Mrs. Blackman, do you have any questions? Romeca says, so yes, she went on social media and spreaded rumors saying my son has boils, that she knows where I work, that my car broke down. I had to inform my job that someone of her nature might appear. I'm actually moving from my apartment now because she has researched my address. We have a mutual friend where she has called multiple times asking, do I like to fight or anything of that nature. I did speak legal counsel for my child because child told me he does not like her. And she also went on social media slandering my name. So I'm proceeding on charges against her already. Remember that already, right? Yeah, because she has tried to do a lot of slandering and I've never seen this woman a day in my life. don't know who she is. We share a child's father, and he even said it's malicious on her end. So yes, I'm protecting me and my son and my career at this moment because she has nothing to lose. That was a mouthful, right? The court said, that doesn't really sound like a question, but more of a statement. Then Romeca says, no, I'm saying, after saying all of this shit, she comes back and says, no, I'm saying, how do I go about making sure my child is protected from her at all times? But now already up here, she says what? I'm proceeding on charges against her already, meaning that she already did charges. But then down here, she was like, no, but I'm just saying, how do I go about protecting my son, my child, making sure my child is protected from her at all times? The court says the same thing. If you feel concerns for the safety of your child, you can call the POPO or contact the state attorney's office, okay? Then Romeca said, okay, perfect. They are trying to serve her now, but can't. Imagine that. Imagine saying they're trying to serve her now, but can't. But she the one ducking and dodging. So the judge says, okay, thanks to you both. See y'all on the 14th. Have a nice day, everybody. All right. On the 14th, she was nowhere to be found. Right? And in that transcript on the 14th, the judge says that, you know, he deemed her in reasonable fear of her safety. From a preponderance of evidence and her testimony, he deemed her in reasonable fear of her safety. So now, y'all do the math. Why did the judge have to tell them to stop 7 times?
And then they also said that in the beginning, the judge said, so Ms. Johnson, you filed a petition for emergency stalking no contact order December of last year. It takes a while for service, but it looks like Ms. Blackman is now in court.
Yes.
So all that, the judge dismissed it and the judge threw it out. And this had been a continuance from December, 4th, 2024.
Yep. So they can kill that noise where it's not active and this, that, and the other. It's very much active. I'm telling you.
Sure is.
It's very much active. So they can kill that noise. Like if they don't, let them just say it and let it go in one ear and out the other.
And when you look it up, it'll tell you, because this is a civil suit, as long as they can prove that she was notified, she doesn't need to get the final order.
Oh, these people, it wasn't a real order, y'all. It wasn't real. Please, it wasn't real. We believe Romeca, and Romeca said that she said my son had boils, and Romeca said this about her, and just forget all the 19 things that she said about Romeca, right? If Romeca had real concerns of something that she was saying or doing, she could have taken. And matter of fact, she even said, what does she say? She said, hold on. What did she say? She already filed. Let me see. She said she'd already filed. Well, where is it? There is no proof of filing, which means she lied.
And that's another thing. She got served in court on 6/10. She got served in court by the sheriff to appear in court on 6/18. So why she ain't do the same thing to Holly?
And look at this. Okay, perfect. They are trying to serve her right now. And guess what? If they're trying to serve her, we should be able to pull hers up just like we pulled this one up. We should be able to pay for it. So let one of them content creators over there that's telling them all them lies, let them go pull up the one that Romeca did on her. Go pull it up. Let us see it. Go pull the transcripts of her filing anything against Holly. I'll wait. She didn't. She just said that shit because it briefed well. It sounded good for the moment in front of that judge. She wanted Holly to think that, you know, I'm standing on business. I'm trying to get you in trouble because you getting me in trouble. She know there wasn't no damn order that she put in for her. Because if that's the case, where is that?
I want to say, where's the slander? Because Holly never, in that I would never video, she never said her name, not one time.
She never said her name.
Not one
However, yeah, she never said her name, but it's something about if the audience think they know who she's talking about or whatever, it can actually link back up to her. But it's not stalking. It's not stalking. She trolled her, but that's not against the law. Yeah, it might be against Chicago street law, but it might be against the street code, but it is not against the law.
How does that compare to her threatening her?
Right. Holly never said a threat. She never said, I'm going to bust you. She never said she was going to do anything of the sort. She just said, I would not.
Because Holly never threatened her.
Mm-hmm.
Holly never threatened her. Holly never threatened her. That we know of. I'll just say that. We haven't seen no threats. And then, you know, as far as the good mother thing, she said, your buddy Q said she was a great mom too. He said she was really a good person too. Well, a great mom is subjective because some people think that as long as you have a roof over your child's head and food on the table, that's a good mom. I think it's subjective. The fact that she yelled, cussed, and fought in front of her son, to me, that doesn't show me a sign of a good mom. She probably, you know, kept the lights on or made sure that, you know, little Los was loved. But we seen a video where she was about to, I don't know if it was a cross or whatever the hell it was, and she was about to bust it upside of Carlos' head with it. I wouldn't say that's a sign of a good mother to me. It's subjective because some people think doing the basics is good. But I think instilling, you know, morals, decency, and skills in your child, I think that's needed as well. But, you know, that's subjective.
You better say it. You better say it.
Because that's emotional abuse. That baby didn't lift his head not one time from that video game. As he had his back on that wall, he never looked up not one time. So that let me know that happens all the time. That is the norm for him.
Yep. Yep.
What is the definition of slander? Slander is when you say something about someone that is not true.
Come on now.
Yeah. So it's subjective. I mean, I'm not gonna take it away from her, but what I saw in that video, and that's just at one time, but still, what I saw in that video didn't show me a sign of a good mother. She was the type that and then the old you know, she was Carlos was stalking her. I mean, they may have been stalking each other, but the fact that she said, well, not she, but people say, oh, Carlos was stalking her, coming up to the school stalking her. We seen video footage of her stalking him. She ringing his doorbell. You a liar, running up on him. Get off the damn phone. Hang that damn phone up, bitch. Bitch, hang that phone up. That's stalking. Like, what part of that do you not understand?
And who pulls up on their stalkers? I'm not pulling up on my stalker.
I'm not pulling up on my stalker either.
Hang up the phone right now, bitch. You want to sit on the phone and sneak this me? To a red ass bitch?
You go right to jail.
With her friend? You want to sneak this me? Yes, she did. She a slut. She a slut, and my friend just said it. I got her and she said, record me. And then if any one of them want to lie, call me for them hoes. For you, Kaya, and her Holly. She said, call her.
Hey, Mari,
My homegirl said she finna go on me with Loso when she was saying, bitch, I'm gonna make them come and be with me. But I've been friends.
What we talking about? But I'm lying? But I'm lying? But I'm lying? But I'm lying? Come on now, y'all know how Romeca is. When she get upset, baby, ain't no calming her down, baby. It's gonna take a lot. We're gonna keep it thorough. So Los, he was trying to prevent it or whatever.
Let's keep the conversation going down in the comments, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and Loud Talkers. Y'all make sure y'all keep it loud out there in these streets. Until next time, bye-bye.